Meditation and Spiritual Life, Swami Yatiswarananda. The feeling of disgust. Disgust is the first reaction to worldly pleasures when one realizes one's mistaken life. The disgust that Pingala felt for her own body is the first reaction that comes to one at the end of one's worldly life. This indicates a more complete transformation than that produced by mere sin consciousness. A man who broods over his sins may still be clinging to them, but the feeling of disgust turns one instantly from worldly life to spiritual life. One who turns to spiritual life must be able to say to himself, like Pingala, who but myself should make much of this body that consists of bony structures such as the spine, ribs, and limbs, like the ridgepole, rafters, and posts of a house, and is covered over with skin, hair, and nails, with its 9 doors of secretion and full of filthy stuff. We can find out whether we have turned to spiritual life by the disgust we feel for our body. If we have that feeling, other bodies, male or female, will no longer attract us. They will no longer act as pitfalls on a spiritual path. In his Yoga Sutra, Patanjali says, when one practices purity, both external and internal, there arises aversion to one's body and disgust for coming in touch with other bodies. Shauchat Swang Jugupsa Pareira Sangsargaha. As we become more and more introspective, our mind becomes something like a mental x-ray, and we gain a deep insight into life as it is lived all around us. First comes the feeling of disgust. This is followed by the awareness of the glory of the Atman standing behind all the filth and dirt that constitute the human body. The real experience of the Atman comes much later, but one must grasp the principle even in the early stage. It is not enough to have intellectual ideas. We should be able to react emotionally also. We should really feel utter disgust for worldly pleasures. We should be able to realize with Bhartrihari Vairagya Shatakam Bhoga na Bhukta Vayamev Bhuktastapo na Taptam Vayamev Taptaha Kalo na Yato Vayameva Yatas Trishna na Jirna Vayameva Jirnaha. Enjoyments have not been enjoyed, but we have been eaten up. Religious austerities have not been performed, but we have become scorched. Time has not vanished, but we are vanishing. Desires have not worn out, but we are wearing out.